हरे कृष्ण। जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी, जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी, जय राधा माधव कुंज Prabhupada Paramahamsa Acharya Srimad His Divine Grace of Charanarendra Vedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki jai. ISKCON Unity from Acharya Divine Grace Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Jai Om Prabhupada Paramahamsa Acharya Srimad Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Swami Srila Prabhupada ki jai. अनंत कोटि वैष्णव भक्तवृंद की जय। नामाचार्य श्री हरिदास ठाकुर की जय। प्रेम से कहा श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद की जय। राधा कृष्ण राधा श्याम की जय। मथुरा वृंदावन धाम की जय। श्री नवद्वीप माया धाम की जय। गंगा मैया जमुना मैया की जय। श्री श्री गौरिका की जय। श्री श्री कृष्ण भगवान की जय। श्री राधा श्याम सुंदर माता विशाखा की जय। दंतराज श्रीमद् भागवतम की जय। वृंदावन तुलसी महारानी की जय। समवेत वैष्णव भक्तवृंद की जय। और गुरुष्ट ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। Fifth canto, chapter 1, the activities of Maharaj Vyavrata. Text 24. Atha cha tuhitaram prajapate vishwakarmana upayeme वहिष्मति नाम तस्याम भाव आत्मसम्मानशील गुणकर्म रूप वीर्योदारा दश भावयाम बभूव कन्यां च यवीयसीं ऊर्जस्वतीं नाम अथ च दुहितरं प्रजापते विश्वकर्मणः उपयेमे बहिष्मतीं नाम तस्यां भावात्मजाम् आत्मसम्मानशीलगुणं कर्मरूप वीर्योदारं दश भावयं बभूव कन्यां च ययीयसीं ऊर्जस्वतीं नाम। अथ thereafter cha also tuhitaram the daughter Prajapati of one of the Prajapatis entrusted with increasing population. Vishwakarmana named Vishwakarma. Upayeme married. Parismatim Varismati. Namo. Name. Tasyam. In her. Her. Sorry, as it is celebrated. Bhava. Wonderful. Atmaja. Sons. Atmasamana. Exactly equal to him. Sila. Character. Guna. Quality. Karma. Activities. Rupa. Beauty. Virya. Prowess. Udara. Whose magnanimity. Dasa. 10. Bhavayam. Babuwa. He begot. Kanyam. Daughter. Cha. Also. Yaviyasi. The youngest of all. Ujaswati. Nama. Name. Translation and purport by Divine Grace. Avhe Charnarvinda Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Translation. Thereafter, Maharaj Priyavrata married Varismati, the daughter of the Prajapati named Vishwakarma. In her, he begot 10 sons, equal to him in beauty, character, magnanimity, and other qualities. He also begot a daughter, the youngest of all, named Ujaswati. Please repeat. Thereafter, Maharaj Priyavrata married Varismati, the daughter of the Prajapati named Vishwakarma. In her, he begot 10 sons, equal to him in beauty, character, magnanimity, and other qualities. He also begot a daughter, the youngest of all, named Ujaswati. Maharaj Priyavrata not only carried out the order of Lord Brahma by accepting the duties of government, but also married Varismati, the daughter of Vishwakarma, one of the Prajapatis. Since Maharaj Priyavrata was fully trained in transcendental knowledge, he could have returned home and conducted his business of government as a brahmachari. Instead, however, when he returned to household life, he accepted a wife also. The principle is that when one becomes a grihastha, he must live perfectly in that order, which means he must live peacefully with a wife and children. When Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's first wife died, his mother requested him to marry for a second time. He was 20 years old and was going to take sannyas at the age of 24. Yet, by the request of his mother, he married. As long as I am in household life, he told his mother, I must have a wife for household life. Does not mean staying in a house. Real household life means living in a house with a wife. 3 words in this verse is very significant. U, ha, bhava. These words are used to express wonder. Priyavrata Maharaj has taken vow of renunciation, but accepting a wife and begetting children have nothing to do with the path of renunciation. These are activities on the path of enjoyment. It was a source of great wonder, therefore that Priyavrata Maharaj, who had followed the path of renunciation, had now accepted the path of enjoyment. Sometimes we are criticized because although I am a sannyasi, I have taken part in marriage ceremonies of my disciples. It must be explained, however, that since we have started a Krishna conscious society, and since human society must also have ideal marriages to establish an ideal society, we must take part in marrying some of its members. Although we have taken to the path of renunciation, this may be astonishing to persons who are not very interested in establishing Daiva Varnashram, the transcendental system of 4 social orders and 4 spiritual orders. Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur, however, wanted to re-establish Daiva Varnashram. In Daiva Varnashram, there cannot be acknowledgement of social status according to the birthright. Because in Bhagavad Gita it is said that the determining considerations are guna and karma, one's qualities and work. It is this Daiva Varnashram that should be established all over the world to continue a perfect society for Krishna consciousness. This may be astonishing to Buddhist critics, but it is one of the functions of Krishna consciousness, Krishna conscious society. So, Prabhupada Om Ajnanatimirandhasya Jnananjana Salakaya Chakshurunmilitam Jena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kalayam Dadati Sarvadantikam Vande Aham Shri Guru Shri Padakamalam Shri Guru Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathavitam Tanusaivam Sadvaitam Savadhutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Radha Sahagana Lalita Shri Sarantamscha Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Nisthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Namine Namaste Saraswate Gauravani Pacharine Nirvishesha Sunyavadi Pascharyadesatarine Namo Mahavadanyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namine Gaura Krishna Namaha. He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Deenabandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namaste Tapta Kancana Gaurani Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vishadhanu Suderi Pranamami Hariye Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhu Devacha Bhaktanam Bhavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha. Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Sivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Thereafter Maharaj Prabodhanand married Varismati, the daughter of Prajapati named Vishwakarma. In her he begot 10 sons equal to him in beauty, character, magnanimity and other qualities. He also begot a daughter, the youngest of all, named Ujaswati. So in this chapter we are hearing about the activities of Maharaj Priyavrata. As we have heard already, Maharaj Priyavrata was determined to remain brahmachari, stay brahmachari for whole life, by following the instruction of his spiritual master, Narada Muni. But same time his father, Swayambhu Manu, who is also a Mahajan, he asked Maharaj Priyavrata to accept Grahastha life. Because Maharaj Swayambhu Manu, two sons, Uttarapad and Priyavrata. Uttarapad already is his duration was over, and Dhruva's duration also finished of his ruling. Then now, Swami Bhaman was thinking he has to take Bharata, he has to go for his spiritual improvement or for self-realization. He has to go to forest, taking Bharata. So he searched for his son Prabodhanand, who was at that time performing devotional service under instruction of Sanatana Muni at Vrindavan hill. So Vrindavan hill in Himalaya, he was there meditating on the Supreme Lord, and it was very peaceful. And then Swami Bhaman reached there, then he asked his son, now you have to take first life, go and take this management. Sister, you have to manage this whole universe, then I have to take Bharata. And he refused, no, I have to follow my spiritual master first. So Swami Bhaman went to Brahma, and Brahma carried the message of Vishnu. Brahma, he came with Swami Bhaman. He told to Prabodhanand that this is not my message, this is the message of Supreme Lord, Vishnu. That in this situation, Maharaj Prabodhanand must enter Grahastha Ashram. And Swami Bhaman has to go Banvas. That is the settlement by the Supreme Lord. And I am just carrier of this message. So there is no other way. Hearing that this is the message of Supreme Lord and also the message of Brahma. So Prabodhanand accepted the message, or he accepted the order of Brahma. Just in the previous class it is mentioned. Mana Vardhana Mahatan. Just to show honor to superiors. Because Maharaj Prabodhanand was Paramahamsa, he was a Mahabhagavat, he is not an ordinary person. So all the 26 qualities of a Mahabhagavat was there in character of Maharaj Prabodhanand. So humility, humility. That. So because of his that mood of Tunana Vishnuchana Tharopi Sahishma, he could not avoid, he cannot disrespect to Brahma and his father Swami Bhaman. So that's why Sutta Goswami says, Mana Vardhana Mahata. Just to show honor to the superiors, he accepted whatever the proposal was given to him to enter Grahastha Ashram. And not only Grahastha Ashram, to take the management of this whole universe. So that is possible for a Mahabhagavat Vaishnava like Prabodhanand. But in this verse, it is said that he not only just give respect to Brahma and Swami Bhaman and accepted their proposal, he also get married. Prabhupada writing it purport that he could take just whole management by a brahmachari. Just accepted their proposal, okay, Swami Bhaman can go Banvasta, then Prabhupada can come back to his kingdom. And he can run the whole administration as a brahmachari. But that is not the proper etiquette in a Kshatriya ruling system. Or a Kshatriya king is not supposed to be bachelor. There is no example, no such example that someone who will become a brahmachari. So, this is Krishna Radha Swami. So that's why he not only accepted the proposal to rule the universe, he also accepted a wife to get married, and to the daughter of Vishwakarma, Prajapati Vishwakarma, and the wife's name was Vairispati. And not only married, he begot how many children? 10 sons and 1 daughter. So this is for a Mahabhagavat Vaishnava, this is nothing is impossible. Even he is in Grahastha Ashram, even he has begotten so many children, even he is managing the entire universe. Still, he is a perfect Krishna conscious person. He is perfectly meditating on the feet of the Supreme Lord. Just like we see Bhaktivinoda Thakur. He is also like that. His magistrate, as he was going to court for 6 hours in service. I mean, this is called Maharaj was in the beginning of the universe. And now it is called and so many Yoga cycles has gone. Still Bhaktivinoda Thakur, he was just he was magistrate and he is serving 6 hours in his court, and he is also like Maharaj was there, 10 children, Bhaktivinoda Thakur also. They are managing the whole family. And still he gave up so many literatures. After 6 Goswamis, if you find someone starts to another name for in the 7th place, then that is Bhaktivinoda Thakur. So that's why for a Mahabhagavata, whether he is in Grasta, he is in Brahmachari, or he is Vanaprastha or Sannyasi, there is no difference. In any position, he can do his service perfectly. Because he is free from 4 defects of a conditions: committing mistake and getting illusion, cheating propensity, and imperfect senses. These defects are not in character of a Mahabhagavata Vaishnava, Uttama Vaishnava. That's why whatever function, whatever action he is showing in his due course of his works, these all functions are free from these 4 defects. So that's why a person like Maharaj Prabodhanand, though he was a renunciant, he took vow to take live like a renunciant or as a Nastic Brahmachari. But when he became king, he accepted the hostile life, he got married, and also he got 2 children. Prabhupada gave the examples of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu also. When Mahaprabhu, his first wife, Lakshmi Priya, was died, then Mahaprabhu again accepted another wife, Vishnu Priya. And that the example Mahaprabhu gave, he said in his personal life. And Mahaprabhu spoke to his mother, Sachi. As long as I am in household life, he told to his, that means Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, told to his mother, I must have a wife. For a household life does not mean staying in house only. Real household life means living in a house with a wife. So that's why someone in household life, the life then has to be except a wife. And even if sometimes it happens like for the Paramahamsas, those were Mahabhagavatas. Even Lord Nityananda, he was, though he was Supreme Lord, but he was also performing as Bhakta Lila. Bhakta Rupa Sarupa, he is Bhakta Sarupa, and he is performing his pastimes. And first he was also a Avadhut Sannyasi. He was traveling everywhere, all over India. But when he also in Navadvipala, when Mahaprabhu took sannyasi going to Puri, then all the Vaishnavas like Advaitacharya and Srivas Thakur and all Navadvip associates, they are thinking, now this Avadhut, this Nityananda should get married. He is always like that. He should get married. So they all gave proposal to Mahaprabhu. What is about this Avadhut, this Nityananda? He must get married. One time Srivas Anand, then all Vaishnavas gave directly. Srivas Thakur, Nityananda was considering Srivas and Malini as his parents. And he was staying in their home as their child. And Nityananda was sucked milk from the breast of Malini Devi. He was such an elderly person, but still he was thinks himself just a small child in front of Srivas and Malini. Advaitacharya also have a special relation with Nityananda. They always speak so many things, one to another. So they directly gave proposal. What is Nityananda we are planning to for your marriage? Then he smiled, he laughed, he danced. So finally, he agreed. We see also Nityananda how is there is one Navadvip Brahmana became very disturbed. He told, what is this? He is a sannyasi and now he get married. he was a great devotee of Lord Gauranga Mahaprabhu, so he went to Puri. And he to complain about Nityananda activities. What is he doing? This person is Avadhut, he was sannyasi when in Avadhut. We are paying him so much respect. He was chanting and dancing always with you. And now he get married and now we cannot understand his activities. What is wearing blue garments and would talk whatever he likes, he talk to anyone. So, like these are littles. Mahaprabhu told he will get destroyed. If you will criticize whom? Nityananda. I myself personally will kick you out from my feet. You don't know who is Nityananda. So in Mahabhagavata, or when it goes to learn, or even in the Mahabhagavata, like their activities, they are all transcendental. We cannot find any fault in their character or in their activities. That's why Maharaj Prabodhananda, that's why Prabhupada writing in the second paragraph, this word, three word is very significant in this verse, Muha, Bhava. Because these words are used to express wonder. Why is it wonder? Because Prabodhananda Maharaj has taken a vow of renunciation but accepting a wife and begetting children. This is astonishing the many common peoples. How it is like that? Like Nityananda Prabhu also. How it is possible? Person is already to vow for renunciation. How he again entered the Grahastha life and not only attacked Grahastha life, he married and begot children. So what is this going on? In this way, even Prabhupada further gave the comment about the thoughts of the common people. Some people so even criticize our Krishna consciousness movement, the ISKCON movement. Because Prabhupada, after he took sannyas and he went west and preached this movement to spread this Krishna consciousness everywhere, he also took part, he has taken part in the marriage ceremonies of his disciples. When he went to America and saw the hippies, girls and boys there, the young girls and boys there living together like this. They are not married, but girlfriend, boyfriend systems there. So Prabhupada regulated the system according to the process, and he told them to get married and stay like husband and wife. In a proper way, no illicit sex like one of the regulative principles. So when Prabhupada did these things, so many people in India, when his brothers and many people, they started criticizing what type of sannyasi is. He is sannyasi and he will bring in marriage of the boys and girls there. He himself becoming the priest in the marriage function. What is this? So Prabhupada, that's why he is telling, these people, they cannot understand. They have no brain. They do not know that how his divine grace Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur, he Bhaktivinoda Saraswati Thakur, however, wanted to re-establish Daiva Varnashram system. Sometimes people are there, they will criticize. Anything you do, they will criticize. When Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur, he took sannyas, then people started criticizing him. Why this person took sannyas? Who is sannyas? How is sannyas? No one in Gaudiya Parampara after Mahaprabhu, his Goswamis, and all were just in white cloth. In this Kali Yuga, there is no sannyas. Kali Yuga, according to Brahma Puran, 5 things are prohibited in this age. One of them is sannyas. Aswamedhargavalamam sannyasam palaputrikam devarena sutotpati kalau pancha vivarjayat. 5 things are prohibited. Aswamedha yajna. If someone do Aswamedha yajna, someone declared, I am the king of this universe, in this world. So I am just wrote a letter and just put in a year of a verse, the letter. I declare myself as the emperor of this planet. Anyone want to challenge? Then stop this horse. I am going and you will be ready to fight with me. So this is not possible in Kali Yuga. Anyone can declare like that I am the emperor of this world? No one can beat here. Even if it be most powerful country, America, I cannot tell that I am the now is atom bombs with everyone. so also the Prabodhanand like also sacrificing cows in Japan is not also allowed. Sannyasas is also prohibited. Sannyasa Prabodhi come to give. In previous days, these Catholic kings they are killing like deers, some animals in forest. So particularly deer meat they offer to their forefathers. That is also prohibited in this sense. And they were also Prabodhi when in a family there are no children. If this by elder brother he could not beget children, then the half of the younger brother they can also have children. Like Vyasdev begot children in womb of Mitra, his elder brother Chitra Vinchas, wives. Like this all Pandu, Dhritarashtra, Vidura, they are son of Vyasdev. This is also not allowed in this age of life. So sannyas is prohibited. So everyone after this, why is Bhaktisiddhanta? Why you do sannyas? Also criticized. But they also forgotten that Mahaprabhu also took sannyas. Gauranga Mahaprabhu himself took sannyas. There are so many sannyas. Madhavendra Puri, Vishwara Puri, they are sannyasis. Even all the four acharyas in Vaishnava Acharya, Ramanuja Acharya, he also took sannyas himself. He made no sannyas to Ramanuja Acharya. He sent his wife to his parents' house and he took himself. He made himself redundant in front of Bharat Rajan. And Kanchi, giving witness to Kanchi Purnam, he took sannyas. Yes. Madhavacharya was sannyasi, Vishnu Swami, Nimbaka Acharya. So anything someone do, they criticize in society. So Prabhupada is telling that that's why these foolish people, they could not understand this Bhaktaiva Varnashram system. When people criticize and told, some asked to Bhaktivedanta Swami Thakur, why you are a sannyasi? Why you took sannyas? He told, because I am not, he did not fight with them or not chastise them. Very humble, taking humble position. He told, actually I am not in position of my father Bhaktivedanta Thakur or my spiritual master Gaurishas Babaji Maharaj. They are Paramahamsas. So I am not in Paramahamsa stage. I am not in Paramahamsa. So I am accepting this Varnashram system, the fourth order is sannyas. That is a position of a second class devotee, a Madhyam Adhikari Vaishnava. So I am coming to just preaching because I want to preach this Krishna consciousness everywhere. So I came to the second class platform. I am a second class devotee. I am not a Uttama Vaishnava. So in this way, how Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur propagated Krishna consciousness, that is Prabhupada was mentioned here. According to Bhagavad Gita, that according to Guna and Karma, Chaturvarna Maya system, Guna Karma Vibhaga, according to quality and work. This Daiva Varnashram that should be established all over the world to continue perfect society of Krishna consciousness. This may be astonishing to foolish critics, but it is one of the functions of Krishna conscious society. So that's why actually if someone in a higher position, in a Uttama Vaishnava position like Maharaj, Priyavrata, such a devotee, whether it is Grahastha or a Brahmastha, Brahmachari or Sannyasi, there is no difference. Any situation, in any ashram, he can remain perfect Krishna conscious. That's why Bhaktivinoda Thakur says, Grihe Thakur, Vane Thakur, Sada, Hari Boli Thakur. That is the essence of all teachings. So today is also Disappearance Day of Devananda Pandit. Who knows who is Devananda Pandit? Devananda Pandit is also one of the associates of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in his Navadip pastimes, and it is mentioned in Chaitanya Bhagavata Madhya Lila 21 chapter about Devananda, how Mahaprabhu chastised Devananda Pandit. This Madhya Lila of Chaitanya Bhagavat. And in Gaurapanada's Dipika it is mentioned in the 106th verse. Puranam Arthavetta Sri Devananda Pandita Purasin Nanda Parisada Pandita Gogori Muni. सारे पुराणों में जो अर्थवेत्ता है, जो who knows perfectly all the essence of all Puranas, specifically Bhagavad Purana. And according to scholarship, like not the perfect meaning, but according to scholarship, he always described the Puranas like Bhagavad Purana, or he was a teacher of Srimad Bhagavatam. And in previous Yuga, in Dwapara Yuga, in Krishna's pastime, he was Nanda Parsa, he is a family priest of Nanda Maharaj. His name was Bhuguri Muni. In Krishna's pastime, his name was Bhuguri Muni, he is the family priest of Nanda Maharaj. But in this Chaitanya Mahaprabhu pastimes, he established a Bhagavad school. He opened a school. Near Navadip, but a specific place is Vidyanatha, where there is also another school of Sarva Mahuraj's father, Mahesh Bhattacharya. Mahesh Bhattacharya is the father of Sarva Bhattacharya. The same place in Vidyanatha there is also school of Devananda Pandit. He established Bhagavatam school, and he was teaching Bhagavatam to people. So very scholarly, was very scholarly person. Specifically, he is master in Sanskrit grammar. And also therefore he is knowledge, but he is not a devotee. Somehow that mentioned in Chaitanya Bhagavad, somehow other due to his offense or something, when he was explaining Srimad Bhagavatam, he was explaining that the aim of Bhagavatam is, or aim of the goal of life is to attain moksha and sadhana. That is, he was always explaining Bhagavatam. By reading Bhagavatam, he could not understand the real meaning of Bhagavatam. But Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he was omniscient, he knows what is going on. So when one time he was in Vidyanatha and he saw Devananda Pandit chastising like anything. And he knows also who is Nimai Pandit. Devananda Pandit could also argue with some other person who says there is some other person chastising. But he saw he is Nimai Pandit. He even defeated the Digvijay Pandit who Kesab Kashmir when a young boy. Mahaprabhu chastised him like anything. He could not understand the meaning of Bhagavatam. Even 1,000 lifetimes, he could not understand the meaning of Bhagavatam. Because you are an offender at feet of Shivastha. He told, oh Devananda, what the Shivas did harm to you. He just went to your school and because he is devotee, he just sit down to hear Bhagavatam. And that day specifically, that discussion was going on about Prabodhanand Maharaj, talking about Prabodhanand Maharaj. And character, specifically this character of Prabodhanand Maharaj was discussed there in 7th canto. So, he was Narad Muni, who? Shivastha. Here it was interesting. Narad Muni is always Brahmachari, but in Chaitanya Mahaprabhu past times he appeared as a Rasa, Shivastha. So, hearing the Prahlad's character, he just started jumping sometimes and sometimes started crying. So these students of Devananda Pandit told this is Bhagavad, sentimentalist. And he is coming here and chanting, dancing and crying, kick him out. So but Shivastha was not coming out. Forcefully they are dragging him out of the class, they throw him out of the classroom. So after some times, Shivastha could just come to his senses and come back to his house. No one knows this, but Mahaprabhu knows everything. So he chastised Devananda Pandit. And he was also sitting that time in his Vyasasana and he did not protest. not prohibited his disciples not to offend Srivastava. So Mahaprabhu chastised him. You are such a rascal and such a offender at the feet of Shivas. I will distribute this Krishna Prem to everyone, but I will send you to Vrindavan to hell. You will be a candidate for hell. You may be teaching Bhagavatam here as a part of a teacher, or people some Bhagavatam may be telling you a great big pandit, but I am telling you after this lifetime you will go 1,000 lifetimes in hell, because you have committed offense to Srivastava. One time when he was chastising like this Mahaprabhu, many times it happened like this. Whenever he sees Mahaprabhu see Devananda, they will chastise him. One time there another Vaishnava was hearing this. His name was Bhakteswar Pandit. Bhakteswar Pandit was also a great dancer. He was considered as the incarnation of Tunga Vidya Gopi. Some consider him as Aniruddha, of incarnation of Aniruddha. So he heard that Mahaprabhu is chastising like he is such a magnanimous personality. He is always very merciful to everyone, and he is chastising to this Devananda like this. You want to send him to lower earth, to hell, hellish planet. So he feel compassion in his heart. So purposefully, he mentioned that purposefully he come. After Chaitanya Mahaprabhu took sannyas and he came to Puri. Bhakteswar Pandit went the Vidyanagar, the place where he was staying, and he started dancing, chanting and dancing on those areas. Hare Krishna mantra he was chanting and dancing, and kirtan, some followers something. And he chanted many hours. You know how many hours he could dance once he started dancing? 72 hours. 3 days and 3 nights. Necessary, he could not sleep, just chant. And once he started dancing, even no one want to lead the kirtan. He mentioned in Chaitanya Charitamrita that only one person to lead kirtan. When Bhakteswar Pandit starts dancing, he is only Gauranga Mahaprabhu himself. He wants to only go to take the microphone. That time no microphone. He took the leading. So chanted dance like this, and finally he fell down, like this senseless. Then he was looking this, Devananda. He took Bhakteswar Pandit in his own hand, in his own house, and took very nice care of Bhakteswar Pandit. Took water in his whole body, especially in his mouth. When he came to senses, he gave him water for drinking. And he took very nice care of Bhakteswar Pandit. When Bhakteswar Pandit came to senses, then he saw that who is taking care of me? He is none other than Devananda Pandit. So he understood that my purpose is now fulfilled. I came specifically to deliver this person. So he gave blessing. Krishna, and your mind may be fixed at lotus feet of Krishna, and you may achieve Krishna Prem. So now the problem arises for whom? For Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He told he would send him to the hell, but now Bhakteswar Pandit gave the boon that you may achieve Krishna Prem. Your mind may be always observed at lotus feet of Krishna. So Mahaprabhu next day when he came to Bengal, he was going to Vrindavan through Bengal, so he came again to Navadip, and when he saw again Devananda Pandit, he told, you have already purchased me by serving Bhakteswar. Bhakteswar is, Krishna is always dancing in the heart of Bhakteswar. So because you have served Bhakteswar, my dear devotee, so all your offences has gone. Because we have offended to Srivas, but Srivas not considering that he is because Mahaprabhu they don't consider anyone is a offender. To someone commit offence, still they become merciful. They want their benefit. Last time people split him in 22 marketplace, still he was paying for them. They don't know, they are ignorant what they are doing. Please excuse them. The Sudarshan was there. And to kill all those miscreants, those who were torturing Haridas. But Haridas are saying, no. They are ignorant, they don't know what they are doing. Please excuse them. So in this way, because of mercy of Bhakteswar Pandit, Devananda Pandit become a devotee again. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu embraced Devananda Pandit and he told, you are now defeated me. I was thinking to send you to Hell's planet, but my devotee, this Bhakteswar Pandit, has a desire to deliver you. So always when there is two words, one word is of the word of the Supreme Lord, and another word is word of a devotee. Whose word remains perfect? Like Vishwadev, when Mahaprabhu Krishna told, I am taking the bhav in this Mahabharata, I am not fight myself personally, I am not fight. I will not take any opium. I am just a charioteer and sitting and I have desire to see the war. Vishwadev was hearing and he was telling me, I will make you what? I will force you to take a weapon in this war. If you will not take weapon, then your dear devotee, Arjuna will lose his life. So, finally Krishna can deal any situation according to his own will, everything is going there. But still to keep the word of Vishwadev, he just gave up his own word. Similarly here also, Mahaprabhu was thinking he told, chastised Devananda, I will send him to hell. But because Bhakteswar Pandit's mercy, Bhakteswar Pandit was thinking how to deliver this condition, so he get delivered. Here the another thing we can see Vaishnava Paradhi, who? Devananda Pandit. So according to principle, he has to come to Srivas Thakur and directly ask to excuse him. But he did not do this. He is rather he sought another Vaishnava. Who? Bhakteswar Pandit. But that is not that. Now he realized his mistake. Later he also came to Srivas Thakur and they also now become friendly. They now same kirtan with Mahaprabhu. They all chanted and danced. So that's why the main principle is how can we please the Supreme Lord? By serving Vaishnavas. That is the main principle. Tadere Charana Sevi Bhakta Sanivas Janame Hai Ei Avidas. If you have service mentality, always you mentality to serve. How to see someone, how can I serve? How can I serve Vaishnavas? Then you can avoid this reactions of Vaishnava. Here, how you can, this Bhakteswar Pandit, because his name Devananda Pandit, because he has accepted the service mentality of Vaishnava. Somehow or other, he served Bhakteswar Pandit. And by his blessings, he will free from that offense for Srivas Thakur. Every day we are committing some offense, somewhere or other. Knowingly or unknowingly we are committing so many offenses. Hanti, Vindanti, Dvesti, Na Abhinandanti, Krudhyanti, Janti, Na Harsan, Darsane, Patanani. These are six ways how we commit offenses. When you are kill a Vaishnava, like Hiranyakashipu, trying to kill Prahlad, or this people are beating Haridas Thakur. Thakur is to beat up to his death. And Vrindavan by blaspheming devotees, criticizing them, talking about them or something nonsense. Dvesti by enviousness. Envious of other Vaishnavas. No Abhinandanti. After seeing a Vaishnava, You will not welcome him. You must be very happy. When you see a Vaishnava, you must be become very happy. Even if he may be your enemy or something, some other place. Seeing a Vaishnava means he is a Tilak country and a proper Vaishnava. So you have to become happy. No Abhinandan, if you not become happy, then you have offended. Because then what will happen? This offense generally commit. You see Vaishnava just this is also no Abhinandan. That is also a offense. According to their adhikar, you have to give them respect. Now, Prudhyanti, to become angry with the Vaishnava, Janti na harsam. Darsana patmanam. A senior Vaishnava, you have to pay him obeisances. According to adhikar, Krishna Tejasya Girita, Manasam Geta, Dikhyastite, Pranati Vishya Bhajantavisam, Sususaya Bharana Vigyananya Manya, Ninda Adeswanya Hridaya Ipsita Sanjalabda. Every person instructed 3 types of Vaishnava, how you have to deal with them. So in this way we commit offenses every day. But if we have always service motive, always service motive, at least in neophyte stage, we must catch hold at least one Uttam Vaishnava, to whom at least you have considered as spiritual master. If his blessings, his spiritual master always there, he wants you to progress in spiritual life. Maybe some offense here there, it will nullify. That is neophyte stage. Because he is Uttam Vaishnava, he will guide you, then later on, he will guide all of you, how to come, how. He will see, hey, this is my God brother, you have to also give the same respect you are giving to me. Like this is correct. Then gradually we improve also in the path of devotional service. So in the beginning, at least, in neophyte stage, you should catch hold of at least one Uttam Vaishnava, whom at least you consider as spiritual master. Follow his instructions strictly. Then you can also progress in spiritual path. Okay, it is already time. Any question? One question, one or two. No question. This is Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur. He spoke in Madhurya Kadamini. Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur spoke about this Vaishnava path. And no question. Okay? ग्रंथराज भागवतम की जय, श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय।